It's okay.
No, we can, but we can't do the time.
That's fine.
We have to be out of
All right,
That's fine.
let's go.
here. Yes, sir.
Just keep doing what we usually do, man.
Can't do nothing else. As one of the guys was walking out of here today, like niggas be saying shit and just like really stop me in my tracks sometimes.
Like what?
I'm like, yo, have a good night, bro. He was like, I have no choice. I'm like, well, shit. Like, goddamn, like that's a fucking way to look at it, you know? Like, have a good night. Like, damn right, I have no choice but to have a good night. I have no choice but to have a good life, to live a good life, you know?
See, that shit would have annoyed me. I have no choice. Just say you too.
Mm-hmm.
What you doing? Yo, last week is the busiest week we've had so far.
Mm-hmm.
Making shit happen. So we started with the first show. Now we got Checkmate for the Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the merch. Starting to ship out those first couple of orders right now. Shout out to y'all. What else we got?
Shit. Besides that, like really just like working, putting out this content, being consistent, not letting these road bumps like really fuck with us, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the biggest win, the biggest takeaway. Just like still doing it, you know. Like motherfuckers see this shit like come out every week, and it just looks like y'all niggas just doing some shit every week, but it's like a lot. So I think the wins really come in what people don't know about, you know, what it took for us to get here. Shout out to you.
Let's take a look. Oh, what happened this week?
What you got?
Cheesy Gucci versus battle.
I was on the whip. I was leaving your crib. I was watching it in the car. I caught the last half of it.
So when he played what's it called?
Did he play that song?
Damn, I'm be mad at myself for forgetting the name. I don't know, he's yelling at me right now. Yeah, but he played the one he was talking about
that shit.
smoking on that Pookie pack and, you know, just in his shit, in his bag. Gucci was in his murder bag.
So I don't think there's a win-lose in these kinds of situations. I just think it's something for us to, it's a gift for the people, right? Because how do you like equate it?
I mean, it depends on what type of time you want. If you want some growth, grown man type of shit, obviously you're gonna side with Snow.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want some, yo, fuck that, you're gonna be with Guap.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot. Surprisingly, I know a lot of people who roll with Guap.
Yeah, but none of them niggas really live that lifestyle. Like, don't talk about any of the shit that, oh, you can't be Team Gucci. And, well, I mean, you can. I mean, you are. You Team Gucci with a 9 to 5. Like, at least Jeezy is talking about some tangible shit for you to do, you know? But
are those rules still the same when somebody tries to take your life?
yeah, I was gonna say, like, there's so many different aspects of how you could look at this shit. Like,
See, we don't have
he really
that
did try
kind
to
of
get
beef.
that man popped. Like,
Exactly. So, and it's like, that's another thing too. It's like, I don't really think like Gucci got his fair, his life, because he was a self-defense. Like, you sent some people out my way, and I had to handle one of them. So, why would I apologize? It was him and me.
and I'm still here.
I'm choosing me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he on some other shit, with the with the theatrics, but I understand. That's the same shit 50 do.
So do you think it's something about surviving a near-death experience that makes you a little off?
I had a homeboy, right? Shout out to my man AZ. My man's Barry. He was in college, right? I went to school upstate in Sullivan County. So it used to snow out there, something crazy. Like, it used to just shut the whole town down. It was wild. And these dudes got into a car accident. The car flipped over, rolled a couple times, and landed in a ditch. The shit was upside down. So my man's AZ, this was like a Thursday night, a Wednesday night. Friday night, we was having a student slumber party, a dance or whatever, party. So AZ, he was like in bed rest for 48 hours. It was the day of the party, he was just like, I don't know, man, I'm feeling it. So we just like, what you talking about? He's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do tonight, I'm gonna holler at y'all later. So we, whatever, see him later. Party come around, 11 o'clock at night now. I see this motherfucker AZ climb on top of the stereo. Nigga took his sling off, threw that shit. If you don't give a damn, we don't give a fuck. Nigga was wild. I feel you. You probably would have never did that shit at any other point in your life. But because that shit happened, it really made you value, like, yo, we only got one life.
Yeah, like seeing the dude in the party, like, after he almost, after he made it out of the hospital, some shit like that nigga living, like, I ain't even mad at bro, But, yeah, it's a fine line. It's a fine line between living and disrespecting yourself, bro. Disrespecting yourself. I feel like here goes my speech for the week, my spiel. I really feel like black people are, I'm gonna choose my words wisely, because self-sabotaging is bad. I'm not gonna say self-sabotaging, but we're kind of, I feel like we're masochists in a way. Like, we've been in the 757 for some time now, and I'm sure y'all all have been to POC, Paradise Ocean Club, right? What's like your favorite, like, have you ever heard a radio hit there?
They don't play black music.
Ever. And it's a high income producing establishment. They make a lot of money.
Yeah.
They make a lot of money.
They was lit.
And their audience or their patrons are mostly black. Like, it's kind of like America under a bubble again. Like, here's the consumer that you don't give a fuck about. And they're here in your venue. Like, it really doesn't even matter who you hire to play the music. You don't have to stay here. You're like, you don't, I mean, it's your venue, it's your, establishment. You can do whatever you want, That's the joys of capitalism. You can do whatever you want, but it's like, I feel like the money is different when you enjoy it, Like, I would not want to, I'm not just going to get up and run to, like, Guatemala today, open up, like, the most lit, spot in town, and then tell them, like, we only playing Pac. Like,
so think about it from his point of view, right? I got this lit ass spot. People is gonna come here, whether they white or black. My shit is known now. I'm established. I'm certified. I'm just play what I want now. Think about it. Like, if you got to where you at right now in business, where you gonna be good regardless, and people is gonna come there either way. It's mad liquor. It's mad things to do. It's mad fun.
Okay.
So I'm just play what I want to hear. Fuck it.
So what's the etiquette when it comes to, like, recommendations or, like, music requests at a bar or club? Like, because this isn't some, like, you fucking built a law firm or some personal shit. Like, it's an establishment to serve, right? It's a bar. It's a restaurant. It's not like a library. I don't know how to put it. Like, what's an establishment where you shouldn't really care about what people think about you? Like, I mean, you should always care about customer service is what I'm saying. Like, if you go to a regular club, like, you ask the DJ to play some shit, he gonna put it in the fucking spin eventually.
Right.
But they, like, absolutely do not take any requests whatsoever.
There's a no.
Oh, they will. They will take requests, but I mean, shit, not in your genre.
You tried it?
I tried several times.
You made requests?
Several times. Several times. And the only time that I've ever seen them kind of cater to their audience was towards the end of the season, because it is a beach bar. And they've made all their money already, and now they're good off y'all, and they have hip-hop night or reggae night close to damn near September when it's getting cold.
I didn't know they did all that.
And so here we are, still dumping our money there every fucking summer, waiting in lines outside.
You met the owner?
Yeah, I met the owner. I mean, I'd do the same thing if I was him. Probably. I'd probably do the same thing. Like, it's all circumstantial, I guess. But I mean, let me ask you, how do you feel about it?
I think
you still attend, because you are definitely someone strong-willed enough to not fuck with a brand if they disrespect you.
Right.
Like, a lot of people are like, I'll wear Gucci still, like this.
No. No.
I feel like it's just much larger than me. But how do you feel?
On a scale of Gucci, right? Like, black people bring in and they spend trillions of dollars in, like, name brand fashion, right? We are the people who are buying this stuff, right? So it's almost like a slap in the face when you see someone like Gucci getting blackface. Mind you, we are your audience, but you're still trying to target other people. So I said to say, like, it's kind of like you said, it's an insult to think that, like, we're here, we come here, we bring people, we make your name more known, and the fact that you can't even respect us enough to play our own music is kind of messed up.
I agree. I agree 100%. You mentioned something about Gucci. Like, Griselda album, nigga, one of the bars on there, he was like something, like, I feel like we glorify that shit a lot, and it's cool, like, these bars hit, like, nigga said something about, like, my skeleton wear Versace print, right? So, like, when you don't hear the shit in no other music, like, the glorification of any other brand, like, maybe fucking Oakley's, or some shit like that, but like...
Nah, when you look at all of the people who wear Gucci, nobody says, like, I like the way Matt Damon had on that fit, or I like the way Tom Cruise, like, you know, you're not looking at the, let me even not do acting, let's say I like how Tom Brady came and pulled up, or I like how Macklemore. It's always the rappers that you look at that you like, yo, that Gucci fit that shit Fab had on was fire. That shit, French Montana. You know,
and so I feel like everybody, the same way Chance the Rapper, what's his name, Childish Gambino and them don't wear brands no more. Like, I will not wear a brand unless they pay me. I feel like rappers, like, once you get to a certain point, like once you made your certain claim, like, stop talking about these brands unless they sign you. Like, you should be signing to Balenciaga. You should be signing to Gucci. You should be signing to Louis Vuitton, like Kanye West. Drake just signed a deal with
Nike.
No, after Nike, he signed another deal, I think, with Billionaire Boy Club, BBC. Or what's the other one? Bape. No, he signed OVO Bape deal. So it's like, this shit should be more common, you know?
Yeah.
No one was talking about Michael Kors until Nicki started talking about Michael Kors.
She made that shit
But
pop.
yet, she didn't get a cut of the deal, or at least what we see, she didn't get a cut of the deal. I don't see any Nicki featuring Michael Kors bags anywhere. You just see Michael Kors.
Damn, she really did put them on.
House
I mean,
Swati
And
recently.
Richard Mille.
I mean,
I feel like we put Richard Mille on.
Audemars.
Well, I'm not gonna say put them on, but made them mainstream. Because it's like, I can make $1 million product right now and sell it one time, but I'm still not a known product. But if I sign Uzi and he's screaming my shit 10 times in his song, and now everybody wants to buy it, that's branding.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but
So like, we kind of put these people on. Like,
We do.
Paddock,
I mean, we open
that shit was said 150 times on, like, what's his name's album? 21 Savage album.
Yeah, but I can't really say that we put them on. We brought them to our audience. Like, people who heard about these watches, like, I'm pretty sure that happened. Like, some rapper probably was looking at his exec and was like, yo, what type of watch you got? Like, I don't want this, I want what you got. He's like, oh, this is an AP. He's like, oh shit, word? That's bullshit. You see what I'm saying?
And
So it's already
isn't that the circle of life? Like, once you learn new things, you now take that and become better with it. And so now that we put these new brands that we've learned about in our music, they should fuck with us too. Like, maybe you weren't smart enough to know that black people liked your products, right? But now that you know,
bring them on.
shit.
I mean, that happened with I think H&M was the first one that I saw do a deal with a rapper. I mean, it was The Weeknd. It was the first one I saw, but it's been cycling. I know a couple of people started fucking with them, doing their own shit.
Damn. So who would you do a deal with? Like, if you had the choice to pick a brand or a a product that you like always supported.
I'll have to
Because
say,
like Beezus and Mero just did a Tim. They just did a signature Tim.
that's crazy.
fire.
I'll probably do Nike because it's safe, but I feel like, but let me tell you, but I feel like something with Big Baller Brand would teach me so much more. Like, I feel like with LeVar Ball, like, just people talking about it, that has both of his sons is now top 5 draft picks, right? That's crazy. That's history. He's been talking this shit since we heard of this man. You know, he's been telling you, like, yo, my boys is not to be played with. They're all nice. They're all gonna go to the league. They're all gonna be on top, untouchable. I don't know about the untouchable part, but they're still young. You know, they're gonna get their shit. You know? But everything he said so far, even with his league, the structure that he gave it based off the G League or whatever, he's putting money into their own players and shit like that. He said all of the shit he was gonna do if people was laughing at him. They was laughing at him. So now both of his, like, I remember I was watching Mello on Big Boy, his radio, And he was saying like, yeah, I drive to school every day in the Lamb. I was like, that's your car? He's like, yeah, if I die, I'm taking my I think I got an Audi. Yo, he's 16.
Who?
The youngest son.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at the time, you know, he's
Yeah.
older now, whatever. But that's crazy.
Yeah, that's history. That's history.
Word up. But yeah, man, it's
So you were signing a Nike deal if a big baller would teach you something.
yeah. I leave the Big Baller Brand deal on some completely different shit. Because think about it, they didn't sign with Nike. They made their own shit. So what does he know that Nike's not?
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? How many people you know came and left with a Nike deal? Nobody left and started their own shit.
Yeah.
He know he's on the side.
Man. Yo, there's so many people that came and went with a Nike deal. I was gonna say like, damn, those are like two terrible options. Because Nike, why be safe with Nike? And then, you know, that's a big risk. That's a big risk with Big Baller, but I respect it. That's a good choice. Good choice.
I remember I wanted a pair of Agassiz in high school. I don't even know who that is. It's Under Agassi, tennis player. Shout out to him. But he got an
Just
inspired.
because you fucked with the person so much, it's like, yeah, I want to buy this product, you know?
Well, I just fucked with the design. The design was crazy. Like it was just, but I was like, I'm not gonna like. This wasn't. Everybody at the time was wearing.
Yeah.
Everybody at the time was wearing like, you know, like Creations and Air Max and shit like that. But I was like, yo, this like.
Beat it broccoli, yeah.
Yeah, like that shit is, you know, but there's some other shit out here too. I was just like, you know.
Okay. What brand would you sign to if you had a choice?
Walmart, Target, like
Walmart and Target?
I swear, it's crazy. Like
They held you down?
not necessarily me, but I feel like it holds a lot of like kids who can't afford these big brands. Some kids can't afford Nike, some kids can't afford all this cool stuff. And I like what Shaq did. He went and created like some shoes that kind of look like Jordans, but weren't exactly Jordans. Still Shaq's, right?
Did you hear the story though?
Yeah.
That was cool.
Right. You know, so it's like, that's what I would like, because I would want to be able to know my niche, know my audience, and my target audience would be lower income people.
That's what Starberry did.
So
Stephon Marbury?
Mm-hmm. His kicks was like $28 or some shit.
Yeah. That was a fire story. Damn. I mean, in that regard, then the H&M deal is fire. Like you said, H&M is a fire. I think Zara will be fire. I think, I don't know about Forever 21.
touch and go.
Yeah.
Because I feel like
It's good for one wear.
they kind of became the Sears after our parents, you know, after that generation, the Sears Kmart, all where our parents used to shop for clothes, that kind of replaced it for us, and they held me down in high school with them $5 shirts, bro.
That's some good shit.
But yeah, and I also want to do a Rock Nation deal, bro. We still got to do the Rock feature, the Rock Marcy feature. I told you, he just dropped the album. So yeah, man, we have some shit on our plate. Yeah, I bring that up, and I said Rock Nation, and I'm glad we touched on this whole like POC thing, because like just to tie it all in, I talked to you about this shit last night. He was like, the flux capacitor track. He was like, Hove here to deliver you like Moses, so it's indisputed fact we the chosen. Throwing Rock Nation brunches, that's a feast for non-believers. I created my own Easter, bro. We creating our own Easter, you know.
Would you rather get the Rock Nation invite or a Grammy?
Rock Nation invite. Fuck, like the fucking, come on, son. Like I couldn't tell you any Grammy history. Like I don't know where it came from, why it started, why it's important.
Yeah.
But I can tell you exactly why the Rock Nation brunch is important to me and my people and my generation. Like that's history, you know.
I should look at it.
That's black excellence right there.
I would do.
I think it's important to stop trying to get a seat at the table and start creating your
Make
own
your own
tables.
table.
And that's what we
Yeah.
do.
It's funny, I actually had a conversation with my man. Shout out to Cobra. And my man in Jacksonville. And he was like, he got into it with one of his homeboys because they was like, why you don't wear name brand? And it's just like, I did that whole conversation. I told him, well, why I gotta be different? Because I don't hold white man trinkets as special as you do.
That's the one.
Trinkets. When you make it sound like that, you know,
It's toys.
make a nigga, you know, move funny. But yeah, damn, a white man's trinkets. But I mean, to an extent, I feel like you have to, as an adult, I feel like you have to live out your childhood dreams. So if you wanted that lamb, get the lamb. If you wanted the bench truck, get the bench truck. You want Gucci to your socks, do it. And then you'll grow out of that shit eventually, I feel.
Yeah.
But because it's all trinkets, we all just here to fucking have fun anyway. You know, like, we all really want a big fucking house to see what the fuck that shit is like. Like, that's not vain at all. That's not shallow if you don't want to live a full life. Ever.
Don't cut that. All right.
Where we at?
Where we at? Only 20, perfect. Damn.
What you got for me?
You just locked.
Bologna. Do you still not know how to spell? We've been working on this.
Bologna, anybody? B
O,
O
L,
L
O,
O
G,
G
N,
N
A.
A. I wasn't raised around bologna. I was
Oh,
the senator's
I didn't know
niece.
you could bougie into ignorance. Like that. Like you could just lateral sidestep into being dumb. Because I got money. You know what?
Just fuck with, just fuck with.
Did you write anything down?
Yeah,
Come on, let's have shit.
Sorry, and then now that's my phone. So. Yeah, man. Struggling over here with it. It's all
I'm
good.
gonna take a picture of my shit.
Probably touch on everything except for the color of the piece that I feel like you did
POC. We got to really touch on that. Setting the tone in relationships.
How do you feel about that?
Setting the tone is necessary because a lot of the times, I'm gonna use like with your shorty. A lot of the times, communication and being on the same page and all of that shit is always constantly getting fucked up, getting crossed because you don't set the tone.
Exactly. We
So-
assume that other people know exactly what we're thinking
Right.
or what we want from them.
Like I'm here and I'm showing up and I'm giving you these things, so I want this from you. Or I expect this.
They got paid the rent, right?
Exactly. So it's just necessary because I know a lot of homies that was just fucking with a chick and it ended up fathers because they never set the
Because
tone.
nobody talked.
Nobody
We
talked.
didn't have a conversation.
All we do is siphon roll, so you know what I'm saying? So that shit, that shit'll fuck you up, man. And it's easy.
I've been busting guts and Dutches all my life, bro.
That's it.
Yeah, but I mean, what got you in this? Like, I think setting the tone is very important, but I think people are scared. Like, I feel like you said this season is called Metamorphosis, right?
Yeah.
I feel like homeostasis is another good one for it, because it's like I feel like people are always trying to maintain, you know, the status quo, and setting the tone. It's like fucking opening all the windows, you know, or like when you forget your towel and you gotta run out and it's real cold in the house.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
setting the tone is
Yeah.
like. Like we're gonna be real uncomfortable, but there's a goal at the end we're trying to get to, you know. So
Is that something you struggle with?
is it something that I struggle with setting the tone? Not anymore. Not anymore. I feel like I'm pretty clear in what I want now, and that's why shit, this boat is empty. That's why this boat is empty.
It's the truth. That's sometimes intimidating.
Yeah.
If people say that they want, yo, just give it to me straight, give me the God honest truth. The thing that we call the truth, the painful truth, bothers me. It shouldn't. It shouldn't hurt you. It should shock you, but it shouldn't hurt you. That's the best gift you could give somebody is your honesty. Because everything else will come and go. I could feed you. I could do, you know what I'm saying? But if I was real with you from day one, you probably gonna make some shit happen.
I was gonna say, like, at what point should you set the tone, right? Because
Wallet first date theory.
That-
Immediately.
Immediately, right?
You don't think so?
No, I believe so. Like, I think you should like set the tone immediately and not wait till like months in. And now you gotta feel for this person. So now you feel like you know this person kind of wants you, but you don't want this person, but you can linger this person on up until this person finally says like, so what are we doing? And you're like, well not you, but you know, whoever is like, well, you knew what it was from the jump.
Yeah,
like,
well,
what? I didn't know because we never set the tone. And here we are months later and you're
You
just
knew
not
what it
telling me.
was.
Right.
That's a nigga favorite line.
Right.
You knew what it was.
Right.
What's the wallet string theory? What's that?
Oh, the wallet first date theory. Let's
Yeah.
set the tone immediately. I'm trying to see what you're about, shorty.
You'll bring your wallet.
Wallet first date theory. Bro, I've explained this to you several times. Why are we new to this? I'm not bringing my wallet on the first date. I got Apple Pay if shit get crazy. You know, if she's really gonna sit there and fucking wild west this shit out, we're just gonna stare at each other.
Make look at state though.
Yeah, until fucking a nigga come for the check. Like, yo, which one of y'all going? We close it.
We
Like,
bust the table, yeah.
but nah, that's my setting the tone. I know it's a little wild, but yeah.
You just made every woman viewer that we have suck their teeth.
Everybody got off this fucking boat just like everybody got off the boat. And now this nigga light. Now I could just, you know, easily paddle my way on through.
Setting the tone, I said it was easy, but I think a lot of people have different answers. Only because especially now, time is so important, so valuable now. I can't just be around you and just cloud
For no reason.
Yeah. But we gotta have this. We might have this conversation several times, but
We've done this shit several times, bro. Like, bro, we talk like we dating. Like, yo, so like, what are we doing here? Like, what are your goals? You know, what are your ambitions? What do you need from me? But I think it makes me hypersensitive now, you know, because like, once I started setting the tone, I did it with everybody, even my parents. Like, I stopped talking to my family for a while because I figured their vision wasn't aligned with mine. So it's like, it's gonna make your life not hard, but meaningful. You know?
cutting off your parent, not cutting off, because you didn't say cutting off, but I think that one, yeah, like that's tough.
That's the biggest
That's
hurdle,
tough.
bro. You're gonna have to set the tone with your parents,
Yeah.
bro. As a child, I feel like there's always a day of reckoning, especially for a man and his father. There's always a day where it's like, all right, cool. When do I not listen to you? When do I do what's best for me? You know?
See, I understand that, right? But then I look at how Habib talks about his father,
And there's
and that makes me just disagree with all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sure they had their problems, you know, but like just listening to him, like he never said like my pops. I wanted him to do this, like never. He was just like, yo, my whole entire career, I've listened to my pops. That's when you wrestle in the bear, right? Listen to my pops. My pops asked me if I wanted to do it. His father is he's his head trainer, but he's in charge of his whole entire organization. That's
Rest in peace to him, man.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace to him.
Abdul.
But yeah. Yeah, that's fire. Khabib is a monster.
I don't think people understand like what he just did. Like he opened up Russia. Russia is like what, one of the second biggest continent, right? It's Russia, right?
I mean, it's not really a continent, but it could be.
Oh, it's a country. Damn, I'm tripping.
Yeah.
It's a country. Yeah, so
No, but it could be. It's pretty fucking big.
it's huge.
But it's
I'm here
fast.
with you. We here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It could be. It should be, actually.
So it's, he not only opened up Russia to the UFC, also the Islam community. They love him.
They do. Beautiful.
He openly prays.
Yeah.
You know, he said he's yeah, he said all the, you know, he wasn't
Yeah.
afraid of none of that. He was out there, he was out here, he was putting on for Islam. I
Which
fuck
is-
with it.
And it's safe, you know? Like, I think we can do that culturally. Like, we can have controlled events like that.
You got a man on UFC talking about, yeah, Catholic Church? Nah, it's gonna be some issues, man.
Nah, there's some Bible thumpers in the UFC. There's some niggas on there that's doing it for Jesus. They're doing it for Jesus. But they're just not as fiery as Khabib.
The last thing we need is another white man on TV screaming about that book.
About
That's the last
That
thing.
other white man.
That's the last thing we need right now.
That's I'm good.
On a different episode. What it was about some shit you was talking about just now. So we'll pop.
Okay.
But Saturday.
I never thought I would live to see this man in rare form, but we're here. Mike Tyson and that other guy, Roy Jones. What's his name?
Yo,
Come on, you been to
Yeah.
got you.
Roy George Jr. Come on,
Okay.
okay.
And yeah, I'm just ready for this onslaught.
The world is gonna pause when this man steps into this ring.
Yo, I'm so.
It's people who
Fucking
haven't
hot
seen
right
Tyson
now.
fight. They probably never thought they'd see him fight again, and they
Yeah.
heard about this shit.
I never seen them.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I remember.
I was too young.
I was like 5 or 6, right?
Oh, yeah, I wasn't.
And I used to
I was
like,
probably like 2.
Wasn't here yet. Wasn't even thought of.
I used to go to my uncle's house, right? He used to have all the Tyson fights. And he's like, all right, little man, you can stay up only for the Tyson fight. So I'm like, all right, cool, we out here. What up, y'all? You know what I'm saying? I'm out there with the grown-ups. I'm out there stepping with the steppers.
That shit was 3 minutes long.
That shit was 30 seconds. I'm like, nah, you have to fight. The fight. He's like, yeah, it's no, the fight. Hey, man,
Sorry, little man.
next time you got another one. And I just remember that, like, damn. But now it's like, damn.
Yeah, man, but 50 years old, that's different.
But it's Tyson.
But that's different still, bro.
But it's still, I don't think Tyson is human.
How old did what's his name fight to? I mean, no. Tyson has to be well over 50, right?
54.
How old is
Jones?
Mayweather?
Mayweather?
like
40,
40 something, right?
yeah.
Okay. How old was Rocky Marciano when he
His
retired?
last one, I think he's in his 40s.
Okay. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. Because I heard they were going to wear headgear.
No.
We'll see.
Yeah, no.
What time was the fight supposed to be? Because remember, we missed the damn the Khabib fight because it was in Qatar. And it was like 4 p.m. for us, and we missed the whole thing. I was in Walmart and shit.
Nah, I watched that one, bro.
No, you watched it. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, what time am I coming through for the fight? You're like, bro, I'm looking at it right now.
Nah, that one threw me
It
off
was
too.
4:30 p.m.
Yeah, it was. It was
Like,
mad
shit.
early.
It's gonna be 4 p.m.
4 p.m.
AEDT, Australia time.
So what's that for us?
I'm not sure.
Come on, can we? I mean, we got a couple days. Let's get our shit together.
Probably two of us can maybe figure this out.
Nah, bro, I don't got no faith in us. But yeah, man. I mean, Saturday. That's after Thanksgiving, so you know. About to
Oh yeah, shout out to Thanksgiving. You know, it's important.
Who we shouting out exactly?
The natives gotta be careful.
Okay. Yeah. What? This is a new term for it, right?
Indigenous Peoples Day?
Yeah.
Or is that Columbus Day?
I don't know. I'm hungry. That's really all it is. But I can't even eat like I used to, bro. Like when I was a kid, I used to be able to eat like 3-4 plates. Now it's just like one, take a nap, you know,
Try again.
just get blooded, you know, try again.
Nah, Thanksgiving is gonna be lit. I was about to invite everybody.
It starts.
That's not-
Sorry, interrupt. 9 p.m. Eastern time.
9 p.m. Eastern,
Yes,
not
it
bad.
is.
You got to invite everybody. Who's everybody?
All of the viewers, man.
Hey man, if they can make it, most of it is friends and family. Y'all don't live here. Come on through. Shit, we'll do it on Zoom. Probably go live.
Let's do it.
Yeah, man. What else we got?
We got your man Travis. His interview.
Oh, I got an email from him last night or the night before, and it was a really good email. There's some shit that we could put out there for people to start to make money off of. It's my online store is ready, so
Let's go.
see
Let's
how
go.
that
Let's
goes.
pressure.
We'll talk about that next week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, I really haven't even gotten a chance to open it. It's like I've been waiting on this shit for months. That's how busy we've been. That's how busy we've been. You know, but bro, a couple $1,000s is sitting in my inbox right now. And it's not just me, everybody. Like I feel like you just make opportunity. Lord knows this shit kind of just came about out of thin air. You know.
Let's get it. All right, man. That's another week. Let's wrap this up. Yo, it's been Chess Moves. It's your boy.
Appreciate you for having us. As always, man.
Shout out to
Love you.
Bolton G's.
Houston.
Are you ready for this?
No, not
Jesus.
Ah!
You're such a